Mumbai, the financial and commercial capital of India, a home to more than 20 million people. Arriving in Mumbai by ship, you see the majestic gateway of India. Styled on the 16th century architectural forms, was built to commemorate the visit of King George V in 1911. Several such monuments, such as the Victoria Terminus, the Bombay High Court, can be seen as an architectural expression of a colonial city. Bombay was the gate through which political and cultural influences from the West made their way into the Indian mainland. But the question is, how old is Mumbai? Has Mumbai always been a megacity? Let's understand the story of this port. Bombay was a swampy group of islands. Human habitation of Bombay existed since the Stone Age. The Colis, the Agris, the Marathi fishing communities were the earliest known settlers of the island, whose patron deity Mumbai most probably gave this place its name. The Maurya Empire gained control of the islands during the 3rd century BC and transformed it into a center of Buddhist culture and religion. Later, between 2nd century BC and 9th century BC, the islands came under successive control of indigenous dynasties: Satavahanas, Abhiras, Vatakas, Kaluchuris, Konkan Mauryas, Chalukyas, and Rashtrakutas, being ruled by Silharas for a long time from 810 to 1260 BC. Unlike preceding invading powers who came by land and built inland kingdoms, European powers established beachheads as the spearhead for economic penetration and political expansion. Turns out that before European expansion, Bombay was only of minor importance, and Thana, a little to the north, was the first political capital of the region. Until early 1600s, Bombay had no significant value, that an intelligent European coming to Goa and describing Western India never took notice of Bombay. What would be surprising is that in 1661, England and Portugal concluded a marriage treaty. As part of the dowry of Portuguese princes, the Bombay Islands were ceded to the British king. The leading imperial politicians of the day seem to have no clear knowledge of Bombay's exact location, let alone its strategic importance. At the time of this transfer, Bombay consisted of 7 islands united at low tide by a wilderness of mudflats. The place was notoriously unhealthy. 2 monsoons are a life of a man, according to a contemporary saying. Embarrassed more than pleased with this part of the dowry, in 1668 Charles II decided to hand it over to the East India Company to be held at an annual rent of £10 in gold. Subsequently, Bombay began to grow from a fishing village to a port city. However, Bombay did possess some promising qualities. Favorably situated as a loosely connected peninsula, it offered a safe natural harbour that could easily be defended by British maritime power. Initially, Bombay was administered from British factory in Surat, but soon it became the East India Company's headquarters on this coast. In the wake of Britain's emergence as naval and colonial power, Bombay surpassed Goa as the most important western port on this coast. Its advantageous position was further enhanced by a process of land reclamation and the construction of causeways connecting the original 7 islands. These works, started by the Europeans, reached their first stage of completion in 1838 when the last island, Colaba, was linked up with the rest. After that, draining of mudflats and filling up of the old tanks and quarries continued, although an ambitious project to reclaim the entire back bay between Colaba and Malabar Hill ended up in a financial disaster in 1920s. Had there been no World War I with heavy military debts on Britain, perhaps the gorgeous marine lines we have today would have been something different. Bombay emerged as a main center of imperial rule in British India. That as a new center of economic activity, it attracted a large number of immigrants who gave the urban population its peculiar composition. Immigrants from Gujarat dominating trade and industry, and Maharashtrians providing the necessary labor in docks, railways, and textile mills. In the next part, we will discuss about immigration from the countryside and Bombay's role in nationalism. So stay tuned.